What's up, guys? Welcome to the newest episode of the Debate Mates. Not only are the Debate Mates back, but NBA basketball is finally back. It's been about a week since the game started with an awesome opening night of Pelicans Jazz, Lakers Clippers, a game that I know made you very happy, that second one.
Absolutely.
So I'm here, I'm Matthew, this is Stretch, of course, the dynamic duo, back at it again. There have been a lot of great duos in the bubble, and I think we are probably the best one.
Absolutely.
So we've
Hands
got
down.
we've got a lot to talk about today. Stretch is going to share his opinions on the bubble, which spoiler alert, I don't think it's going to be very good. And we're going to talk about the race for 8 in the West, some injuries, but first I think we should start with something that made me very happy, because we always talk about how you like the Lakers, but I feel like I don't get enough attention as the Celtics fan here.
Okay.
But that's partially because I can't decide who my favorite team is sometimes.
I understand.
So why don't we start with the Celtics beating the Raptors by 28 points last night.
Big whoop.
At one point up by 40.
Yeah, big whoop.
Now the Raptors have been playing great the first 4 games other than that one. They beat your Lakers. A game where the Lakers were trying. They had the full squad. Both teams were actually going at it. So if the Raptors had won against the Celtics, I would have been coming in here completely ready to just say, you know what, don't even make the Raptors play the playoffs, send them to the finals. I know I can't base it off of one game.
No.
But is there a new favorite in the East? Raptors, Celtics, Bucks, someone else that's impressed you?
The Raptors have been very impressive all year.
Right.
Despite not re-signing Kawhi Leonard.
That makes me. I hate when I'm watching an NBA game. Every time I watch the Raptors play, the player they talk about the most is Kawhi.
Yeah, it sucks.
The whole year they haven't played with Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
And they're like, well, they're still adjusting to play without a star and Kawhi Leonard.
Well,
no, they've been without him.
Yeah, they played great team basketball. Last year when he was load managing, like they had an outstanding record without him then. So it's no surprise that they, picked off where they left off last year. They're the defending champs, and that's the crazy thing. Like they're getting no respect like a defending champ.
People act like they're not they act like Kawhi Leonard is the defending champ.
Right. No, the Raptors are the defending champs.
Right.
And Kyle Lowry is motivated. He's earning his keep as a top 15
top
player.
11 player, yeah.
Top 15, top 11, whatever. He's earning his keep.
Yeah.
Pascal is earning his keep as last year being the most improved player. He's an All-Star this year. He's earning. They're showing their resolve, and to me, they put the recipe out there how to beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
So I think they should be the favorite. I mean, they're the defending champs.
Yeah. The one thing that does worry me, so you got Lowry who had his game against the Lakers. Van Fleet had his game against the Heat.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam has not had a great game yet. He's got, I think, 22, 15, 22, and then last night 11.
Right.
In a game like that last night, Raptors versus Celtics, when the Celtics start to get up 12, 15, they start to hit threes. Last year, I know I said I don't like it when they talk about Kawhi, but that's where Kawhi helped. You say, okay, we're going down 12, 15, get a 3, get a mid-range jumper, get us back into the game. Pascal Siakam can't do that.
Well,
and that's what worries me about
I
the
agree
Raptors.
with that. The issue, the Celtics are a bad matchup for the Raptors if all their wings are playing great basketball. So, the Raptors just don't have enough wings to match up with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry can contain Kemba a little bit. He won't stop him or anything, but he can contain him. But those, they got 3 guys that can do everything on the floor, and that's the issue defending the Celtics if you're the Raptors.
Right.
But Nick Nurse, he never shows his full hand in the regular season. Don't be surprised you see a boxing one or a triangle one too, or a 1-3-1 zone. Or,
I'm not worried about the defense. I'm worried about the offense.
I think they'll be fine. The Raptors will be fine. I think they're a defensive oriented team. Like they'll be fine.
But so the top 3 teams in the East, Bucks, Raptors, Celtics. Bucks and Celtics both hang their hat on defense as well. It's not like the Raptors are coming in here. We're the defensive teams. You guys are the 3-point shooting teams.
Right.
The Celtics and Raptors and Bucks, I would say the Raptors probably are a little bit better, even though regular season wise, the Bucks I think had a better defensive rating. But I would say those 3 teams, as far as the defenders, they have the personnel.
Right.
And Brad Stevens also a guy that doesn't really show his hand too early. Those teams are all kind of equal defensively.
You think so?
I think so. And the Celtics are just heads and shoulders above the Raptors offensively.
I think the issue with the Celtics will come down to rebounding this year. Right. They don't have the bigs that they used to have. Al Horford and what's the guy's name that's in Phoenix now?
Aaron Baines.
Aaron Baines. Like, they don't have the bigs that they used to have. And they're relying a whole lot on Danny Theis.
I will say, I think Daniel Theis is one of the more underrated players.
Yeah, he's been playing good.
He had 2 huge back-to-back threes last night in the corner,
he's
which
been
really
playing good, but
broke the game open.
We know how it goes in the playoffs.
I don't know. I think that he's holding his own. I think he's one of the more underrated players. I
think Marc Gasol will destroy him.
And last night, the Celtics played well in the middle, and they didn't even show Enes Kanter.
Serge Ibaka will destroy him in a series. And Enes Kanter, we know Enes Kanter can't play defense.
But he can score.
He can score.
He didn't even play. They had Robert Williams, the Time Lord, in there.
Jesus.
He's a good backup guy. He's athletic. He's long. He can dunk.
Off topic. Here's my issue with the bubble.
Oh, okay. Whoa, we're getting right into this.
We'll go right into
Couldn't even handle the.
Because what we've seen is that teams are gearing up for certain games.
Okay.
And then for other games, like, okay, we'll show up, but we're not going to put forth any effort.
Okay.
And that's my issue with the bubble. Like, the Raptors, in my opinion, should have just sat most of their starters yesterday against the Celtics. You're going to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, that 2-3 matchup is coming.
Right.
So, if I'm Nick Nurse and I'm the 2, what difference do it make if I lose to you? If you take me over as the 2, I'm still the 3.
Right.
What difference do that make? And I'm still going to play you.
Oh, I'd rather play the Pacers or Heat than the 76ers, though.
What?
I would rather play the Pacers or Heat, stay as the 2 seed, than play the 6 seed. But the Raptors already have the 2 seed locked up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So what difference do it make?
Yeah, you don't want to give them any confidence going into it.
Nah, man, that stuff don't matter. Like, the issue with the Lakers for me is that they're not shooting. They haven't been to one shoot around in the morning. They're not taking this stuff seriously yet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of stuff. Whereas, if we didn't have the bubble, if we didn't have this play-in stuff, seeding games in the bubble, and went straight to playoffs, I think we'll get a better brand of basketball.
Speaking of the Lakers, Danny Green's going to be lucky to get a G League contract next year with the way he's shooting.
But again, they haven't been to no shoot around.
Right.
Like, not one. They're just showing up playing. Like, that's not what pros do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they just trying to get through. As soon as they said they clinched, they choked.
So back to the Eastern Conference. Neither of us mentioned the Bucks as being our front runners anymore. I've never really thought of the Bucks as much of a front runner, just because if you contain Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis is a front runner. But Chris Middleton has been playing well the last couple of games in the bubble. He had a 30. Yeah, he had a 30 game.
He's okay.
Yeah, he had a 30. But his game doesn't wow you. Like,
right.
You can watch the whole game, and then at the end of the game, they say Chris Middleton had 32 points. You're like, when? When did he score? I don't remember him scoring.
But if you put the Bucks against the Raptors or the Celtics, they can contain Giannis.
Yeah.
Plus, they have other wing defenders that can guard Chris Middleton.
Right.
I think both of those teams beat the Bucks.
I think the Celtics are scared of the Bucks.
You think they're afraid of the Bucks?
Yeah, I think they're afraid of Giannis.
I mean, they only lost to the Bucks by like 4 points in Game 1, and Tatum was 2 for 18, 5 points.
I think they're scared. I think he's scared of Giannis.
I don't know. They were 1-1 against him in the regular season.
I think he's scared of him. You heard it here. Prove me wrong. I think you're scared of that guy.
So have we both written off the 76ers then as any chance of being the ones to come out of the East?
Yeah, they're done. I mean, and not due to a lack of talent. It's something off with that team.
Right.
It's something off, and I can't really put my finger on it.
I don't know. I know I've asked you this before. Have you been watching the Matisse Thybulle vlogs?
I haven't watched it except for the one that you sent me.
So I don't know if there's something like where there's a contract clause where Embiid and Simmons like can't be in them.
Right.
But if you watch those videos, the guy that's been leading like in the conversations and in the practices and stuff is always Tobias Harris. He's their third or fourth best player. He's not always very reliable.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into this. But that kind of worries me that you don't guys have like Embiid and Simmons, who should be your alpha males, and they're kind of MIA, not with the team. The team's like out there having fun, hanging out, and they're just
missing.
nowhere.
Right. I'm gonna tell you something. They probably should have re-signed Jimmy.
Right.
They shouldn't have went after Al Horford. Like, that small ball lineup they had was not even really small because you got Ben Simmons out there.
Right.
But they should have kept Jimmy because Jimmy is a true alpha male. You know what I'm saying? And that way, Embiid and Ben Simmons can be who they really are. They don't have to do the fake leadership stuff.
Right.
I don't know if you saw it, but Embiid was like screaming on Who was that?
Shake Milton.
Shake Milton. Come, like that don't even seem like your character. Like,
and then
what are
Shake
you doing?
came back and hit the game winner.
Right, and then Shake went right back at him. Like, if that's Jimmy Butler, you're not challenging Jimmy Butler back on the sideline. Like, that's not going to happen. So it shows a lack of respect for their leadership style or ability. But, you know, Ben Simmons don't even look like he talk at all. Like,
right.
He's just out there.
Yeah. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, he's just there.
Yeah, so, and then the Pacers have been good. Bubble TJ.
TJ Warren, Mr. Cash Considerations, baby.
TJ Warren, I mean.
Cash Considerations.
What a, I mean, imagine if Domantas Sabonis, I mean, he's been out, and the Pacers have still stayed at the 5 seed. They've still held the 76ers off. Malcolm Brogdon missed the first game when TJ went off for 53 to beat the 76ers. If they get Malcolm Brogdon, Victor Oladipo, Domantas Sabonis healthy, and maybe even a little worse version of Bubble TJ,
they're dangerous.
Can they take out the Bucks or Raptors or Celtics? No. Are we getting?
They can't take out the Bucks. I mean, because the 4-5 matchup, they could probably beat the Heat.
Right.
But they can't beat the Bucks.
I'm so excited for tomorrow. Bucks Pacers Heat. Is Bubble TJ going to go off on Jimmy Butler?
That is going to be a great series.
Yeah, I hope we get
that. That might be the series of the playoffs to start out with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that 4-5 matchup is going to be really, really good. Really good. TJ Warren is...
He's unreal right now.
Man, cash consideration. He should get like a big bag of cash tatted on his back, because that's what he got traded for. Cash considerations. And you know it's not a big amount because they don't even list the amount of cash.
Right.
He probably got traded for a washer and dryer combo set and $500. like on semi-pro, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, cash considerations? That's
so we agree the Suns won the trade.
Yeah, absolutely. They won the trade.
So Bucks, Raptors, Celtics, we agree they're all kind of in the mix. No real standout right now. What are the Nets
doing? Are they still alive? Like,
I mean, what are the Magic doing? How are the... So I think this is hilarious. The Wizards got invited to the bubble, but somehow went from the 9th seed to the 10th seed. The Hornets passed them. The Hornets aren't even playing.
Right.
How bad do you have to be?
They're not there.
The Wizards just went for 6 weeks of cardio. That's it.
Yeah. That was pretty bad. See, that's what I'm saying about the bubble. They should have never been there.
Yeah. And
just have the 8-9 or 10-9-8. Had them Joggers play a couple times. Get straight to the playoffs, man.
But the only bad thing about that moving to the Western Conference is we wouldn't have seen the 4-0 Phoenix Suns, because they came in as the 13th seed. Worked their way up.
Yeah, they're tough.
A game and a half behind the 9th seed Trailblazers.
Yeah.
I mean, they've put themselves into a position where they could potentially make it into the bubble games.
Here's a question. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Do the Grizzlies win another game?
So they got the Raptors, the Celtics, and the Bucks. Raptors, as we talked about, don't need to play. They've got the 2 seed locked up. Can't go any higher, can't go any lower.
Can they still beat their reserves?
I think so. The Thunder didn't really have a sense of urgency in their last game. So if I were the Thunder, I would have just put them out of their misery. Get the Blazers against the Lakers in the first round matchup.
I mean, that's what everybody should be shooting for.
Right.
Is to get the Blazers against the Lakers. Well, here's another question for you.
Okay.
Because we know we got the 8-9 little mini series thing.
Yeah.
Can the Suns beat the Blazers?
Twice
in a row, because they got to beat them twice in a row.
No. Damian Lillard would not let that happen. I have too much confidence in Damian Lillard. I mean, he's been...
Is he the best guard in the league right now?
Damian Lillard?
Is he the best PG in the league?
I would have to say so. Definitely in the bubble, for sure.
Okay.
I don't know about when a healthy Steph Curry gets back. It gets a little dicey there. And I mean, Luka's been great too, but Damian Lillard just commands the highlights, the best defender. He is insane right now.
Shout out to Gary Trent Jr., Duke alum, out here balling in the bubble.
He's on fire too.
Balling in the bubble.
He's like 61% from 3.
I told you them Duke boys go crazy.
I don't know why you're a Duke fan. You have no reason to be a Duke fan.
I don't understand how you're a Maryland fan.
Because my family's from Maryland.
I mean, I like Duke. I like that. I like Cameron Indoor Stadium. I like Coach K. He's a legend.
You like Duke?
I cheer for winners.
Duke and the Lakers. I wonder. So you just like winning
and
games.
the Yankees in baseball.
Oh yeah, what's really coming together now?
You know,
all the winners.
Steelers in football.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, they have the most trophies. They have 6.
bandwagon.
No. I mean, it's just how it is. I was born to pick winners. Just like the first day in the bubble, I would go 6-0 the next day.
6-0, then 0-6. Right now, we're both 24-20. We're tied up.
I mean,
after the bubble,
a lot of these games are like
they're hard to pick.
Yeah.
I'm looking like a genius with my Spurs picks right now. They're on fire.
Listen, I had so much faith in the Grizzlies. I just kept picking them over and over and over again. Grizzlies, give me the Grizzlies. Yeah.
Grizzlies versus Lakers. I'll take the Grizzlies.
Okay, give me the Grizzlies.
And now the Grizzlies seem like they're not even going to make it into the play-in games.
Listen, they might not.
As a Lakers fan, on a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are you that you might have to face the Blazers in round 1?
I'm not necessarily scared, but
horrified.
The Blazers give us more.
It's keeping you up at night.
No, I mean the Blazers give you more trouble.
Right.
Okay. But when you got LeBron and AD, they're 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA.
Are the Blazers at full strength though? Are they better than the Mavericks? Are they better than the Thunder? Are they better than the Jazz?
I think they are. I think they're better than a lot of teams. Like at full strength, I think they're a 3 seed.
Yeah.
Maybe a 2. That's
scary. I mean,
maybe a 2.
And you're gonna get mad at me for this.
Okay.
But the Trailblazers might be the only team in the league that you got the Clippers made to defeat LeBron.
Okay.
The Trailblazers are kind of formed to guard Anthony Davis. When they go big, which is what they've been doing so far, they've got Zach Collins, 7-footer, Yusuf Nurkic, 7'2".
Are you
Hassan Whiteside, 7'2", coming off the bench.
Are you serious right now?
They've got 3 7-footers. I'm not saying they're gonna stop Anthony Davis. I'm just saying that they.
I want you to look at this carefully.
Okay.
And I want you to tell these people that you think Zach Collins.
I'm not.
I can't even say Zach Collins.
I don't think that one-on-one. If you put them both in a gym and say game to 21, Anthony Davis versus Zach Collins, or Yusuf Nurkic or Hassan Whiteside.
With help, Zach Collins in a double team can stop Anthony Davis.
I'm not saying he can stop him, but I'm saying that they can at least do a better job of containing them than most teams can.
Did you see what he did to Gobert?
Look, I think I'm going to be honest here. I think Gobert and Steven Adams should be in the same tier. What does Gobert give you on offense, other than alley-oops? Honestly.
Gobert's the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Gobert's 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. But, he can't
Anthony
switch.
Davis hit him for 42.
He can't switch. All he can do
is
is
one-on-one. There's no switching.
block shots in the paint.
See, here's the problem. When the Lakers go small ball and put Anthony Davis at the 5, LeBron at the 4, and throw all those wings out there,
right?
That's going to be the problem.
I don't know.
Because Nurkic can't defend AD, and Zach Collins or Hoodie Mello or Oak Hill Mello or Denver Mello or
Slim Mello,
Fat Mello. Can't none of those Mellos guard LeBron.
But the
none of them.
I know you're gonna get mad at me about this one too. But
don't say nothing crazy.
Your guy, Gary Trent Jr., is fearless on defense.
He is.
He'll take the assignment. I'm not saying he'll win the assignment.
Of who? Guard who?
He would be willing to guard LeBron. I'm not saying he will defend it. I'm not saying he would
He
stop.
better go check Deion Waiters or something.
I'm not saying he would even come close to stopping him, but he'll at least take the assignment. He would have.
They don't have anyone on that roster that can take that assignment.
You're gonna get mad at me for saying this again, but this is where a guy who left the bubble would have come in big. A guy like Trevor Ariza, who's a long forward. Look, I'm not saying any of these guys can guard LeBron.
You do realize LeBron is.
But I'm just saying that Blazers don't have anyone who could match up with
I
him
agree
right
with
now.
you. And Trevor Ariza could be troublesome to LeBron. He's long. He used to be.
I'm just trying to think of guys that would at least be willing to, and at least can possibly match up against him. Like Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, no chance. They're too small. They don't try on defense.
Too small.
Gary Trent Jr. would at least get into LeBron.
He's too small.
He would make LeBron have to work a little bit more.
He'll take him to the post.
I'm just saying LeBron would have to work a little bit more for his
It really
buckets.
sounds like you're pulling for the Trailblazers right now.
You know I don't like the Lakers very much.
Are you pulling for them?
Are they my favorite team? I mean,
Yeah.
I love Damian Lillard and CJ. He's always been one of my favorites.
Are you pulling for them right now?
I don't know. Is something happening to me? Trent Jr. my favorite player?
Yusuf Nurkic is your guy now?
Yeah, I mean, you saw him in that first scrimmage game. He was hitting all those floaters.
Yeah, floaters. And he dunked on Bol.
Yeah, he ended Bobo's career before it even started.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bobo, I think we'll come back to this 8-9 talk later. Bobo hasn't even been the best rookie for the Nuggets in the bubble. Michael Porter Jr. has been incredible.
Balling.
If Michael Porter Jr. is averaging 20-25, Jokic is averaging 20-25, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Jamal Murray's in there averaging 15 to 20. Does this team put up a threat to Lakers or Clippers?
I think they could beat the Clippers.
Not the Lakers, though.
No.
Why is that?
Because of the inexperience level.
Okay.
And to be honest, I think that coach is inexperienced. Like last year, I thought he cost them some games against the Blazers. Like he cost them a couple games.
Right.
And that's my only worry about them. But talent-wise, listen, those guys are loaded with talent. Loaded, top to bottom. And when they go big, we talking about Jokic.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we talking about Jokic is 7'1"?
Yep.
Bobo 7'3".
10 feet tall, yep.
Michael Porter is
6'9",
6'10",
yeah.
somewhere around there. And then who else do they have out there?
Plumlee.
Plumlee. One of the Mason is that
Mason
Plumlee is 7 foot.
Duke guy, Duke alum.
Duke, we everywhere, baby. We're killing the bubble.
Have you noticed that the team with the most Duke guys, the Pelicans, is the team that has fallen the most in the seeding? I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Well, didn't they win last night?
Yeah, against the Wizards.
Yeah, well, win's a win. You gotta take what I mean, but like their issue is another Duke guy, Zion, isn't playing. Like that's the issue right now.
Remember what I texted you about Zion the other day?
He's fat.
Well, that wasn't it.
Oh. Did you say trade him? Like,
I didn't say trade him, but I said
trade him.
I said if you're not gonna play him.
You said trade him.
I said if you're not gonna play him, you might as well get something for him.
This guy said trade Zion.
I didn't say they should. I said, look, if they're gonna play Zion 15, 20 minutes per game and they're not gonna let him do anything, give him to a team that'll give you something.
I honestly feel like they should have just sat him the whole year. And I told you this when he got hurt in the pre. I said, just sit him the whole year.
That was when you said that he should become a Presbyterian.
Right. Right.
But you meant Presbyterian.
Right.
But it doesn't matter. Right. They're the same thing.
Yeah, like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, he does look like he's put on a little bit of weight.
Yeah, he's chunky. He
can't get up and down the court.
No. And every time he goes up for a dunk, I'm telling you, his knees gotta hate him.
Yeah.
They gotta hate him.
The shoe came off the other day, too.
Yeah.
Jordan and Nike are looking bad, man. I've never seen a jersey rip as much until they switched to Nike.
They're poorly stitched. I got a couple replicas at the house. They're poorly stitched.
Nice. You tear them whenever the Lakers lose.
Yeah. I bought them in bulk.
What are we talking? LeBron, AD?
Yeah. I got LeBron purple, LeBron gold, LeBron Crenshaw blue. I got all LeBrons.
LeBron, St. Vincent, St. Mary.
Yeah, St. Vincent, throwback.
LeBron, YMCA.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
The youth extra small.
Absolutely.
Yeah, got them all.
The 5-year-old Bron.
Got the LeBron headband off of eBay.
Akron alone. YMCA Akron.
Do you have the little purple elephant he used to have in all his pictures? You get that one too?
He had a talking Ted.
Are you still working on that one? That's in the works?
Listen, talking Ted, man. Bron and talking Ted.
So let's get back to that 8 seed, 9 seed talk now that we're talking about the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Alvin Gentry is kind of really messed up.
What?
I do think that they should have unleashed Zion.
No.
I mean, yes, there's a risk that he'll get injured.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want that to happen in his rookie year.
You don't want to, risk your future. He's definitely going to be your best player.
But,
like the other day, he played 25 minutes, had 23 points.
Yeah, and he looked like he was about to die. Like
right.
he could not
move. Yeah, he's fat. But I'm just saying.
But I don't mean like unleash him like 48 minutes a game. But he has to be a little bit smarter when he's game planning. You have to leave minutes if you're going to put someone on a minutes restriction. You have to leave minutes for crunch time. If he's one of your best players, like
I agree with that.
The Celtics they're a perfect example. Kemba Walker's on the minutes restriction with his knee, and they're not like, okay, we'll play you the first 5 minutes of every quarter, and then if we get into a close game, well, you're done. They've been budgeting time where if he can play in the final.
I think
minutes.
this is the thing. I don't think the Pelicans want to make the playoffs.
Right, you don't.
No, I think they want to stay in the close, you know what I'm saying, that middle of the pack.
They're sticking it to them.
For the
The
draft.
NBA wanted them to make the playoffs.
Right.
Nope.
No, we're not going to make the playoffs.
So who do you think will be the 8 and 9?
Blazers and Suns, the way it's looking right now.
You think the Suns will come up there?
Yeah. The way it's looking right now, I mean, we got 3 games left.
Yep.
They're 21 and a half, or so that's really what, one and a half back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I don't think the Grizzlies win another game.
What about the Spurs?
I think they're done too.
You do.
But they got 2 games right here I think they can win. I think they can beat the Pelicans. That might be a really good game.
Right.
They're gonna really play against the Pelicans.
I can't say anything bad about the Spurs. I've been down on them.
Is Pop even coaching?
Yeah.
Okay.
First video back after we were off for like 3 months, I said laughing stock of the bubble is going to be the Spurs. I thought they would go 0-8. They have proven me wrong, and I can't say a bad thing about them. I mean, I can't say I haven't watched a single one of their bubble games.
Well,
but I mean, when you look at the box score, Derek White, I mean, he seems to come alive every playoff.
They're playing hard.
DeMar DeRozan is a guy that I kind of thought might have been washed. Like
I can't stand
just
him.
never have heard anything about him and for the longest time.
I can't stand him.
I thought when they lost LaMarcus Aldridge, that was a death sentence.
I did too.
But somehow, some way, they've been pulling out wins against teams like the Grizzlies.
Well.
But that was when they were healthy.
I mean, well.
What has been going on with the Grizzlies? Were we fooled? Were they not actually that good?
See, this is the thing. They're young. They don't know how to handle a situation like this.
Yeah.
Because they're so young. And I promise you, they're out there having fun, fishing on the pond late at night, in the barber shop. Like, they got the freshest haircuts of the whole bubble. They getting their hair cut all the time. They're eating good. They're chilling. They're on vacation right now.
Right.
And they're playing like they're on vacation.
John Morant's been disappointing.
They're playing like he's young.
Right.
And I also think he probably, well, we can't say that. He's probably still going to get Rookie of the Year because Zion isn't.
Yeah. And the awards should already be done.
Right.
You should already,
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. But, and also, their coach really doesn't seem like he's striking fear in them.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have a coach that you, like, walk into a gym and be like, oh, that's the coach such and such. They don't have that guy.
Well, that's Coach LeBron. We got to play. Might get traded.
Right.
So, let's move on to the Thunder. Steven Adams, I think I texted you, my 3rd favorite player in the league. 3rd or 2nd? He's moving up there. How can you dislike Steven Adams? I mean, he's just the funniest dude, besides Klay Thompson and Kawhi.
Aquaman is a good player. But Aquaman is limited.
He's the toughest dude in the league, for sure. I mean, he had a 7-footer and himself land on his leg, bent down, and he got up and ran down the court and made a layup.
I mean, what is he? I forgot his nationality, but he's tough. He's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
I think he's like
and
the
he's
youngest,
like the youngest of
18.
18.
Yeah. So without Steven Adams, he missed the last game, which was a loss to the Grizzlies. I've always thought the Thunder have a little bit of upset potential at the 6 or 5. Do they have any without Adams? Do they have any with Adams?
Yeah.
Against Rockets, Nuggets, Jazz.
I think they can beat the Nuggets. I mean, I always say the Nuggets are prime for an upset.
Right.
The Rockets are prime for an upset.
If we get a Nuggets Thunder 7-game series, that would be the perfect time to nap to get prepared for the 9 p.m. games, because those games will just be boring.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. I mean, when they played the first time in the bubble, Thunder with the gray jerseys, Nuggets with the white jerseys.
God,
I was
horrible.
like, am I watching this game in noir?
It's horrible.
Was this filmed on a black and white camera?
No, it's pretty bad, huh?
So the Thunder, I would love to see them play the Rockets. I think they can pull an upset there. I think the Jazz, I'm kind of done with the Jazz. They are good, and then
they
they're
need that
like,
guy. They need that guy.
yeah,
back.
Donovan Mitchell, I think, has kind of started to become. Well, for a while, I think he was
balling.
pretty overrated.
Yeah.
now he's kind of just falling off the radar. There are more young guys that everyone loves.
Yeah.
I don't think I see star potential. I see star potential, but I don't see it.
Well, he played good a couple times. He had a really good game against the Lakers. They lost.
But he goes like playoff mode. You know how LeBron goes 0 dark 30 mode?
Mm-hmm.
What is the opposite of that? Because that's what Donovan Mitchell goes. I mean, I don't know if maybe he just is afraid to play Houston, because I think they've played him every year. He's been in the league.
He's lost.
But it's like 2 for 17, 1 for 20, 3 for 18.
Yeah.
He can't shoot. He's never been like a consistent 50%, 45% shooter.
I don't know what's
He's
going on.
He's just so inconsistent.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
And then I'm not a huge Rudy Gobert fan. I don't think he gives you as much as a lot of people think he does.
Okay.
Other than some block shots.
Rebounds.
Block shots and rebounds, but there are a lot of centers that can give you that.
I agree.
It's not like he is far heads and shoulders better than, in my opinion, centers are kind of interchangeable. Because a lot of them,
easy, man.
When you get to the second to third tier centers, you got guys like Jokic, Embiid, Cat, Bam Adebayo. Those are the 4.
Bam Adebayo.
What?
Is a top tier center?
Well, I mean, he's not bottom tier.
Bam Adebayo.
We agreed he was top 25, top 26 player in the league. We didn't have Cat in there, so we think he's better than Cat. So you think he's better than Cat. I think he's better than Cat.
Oh, man, we didn't have Cat in there.
Is Cat a second-tier center, or is he a first-tier center?
Oh, man, that is... Wow. We didn't have Cat in there.
Well, I knew I didn't have Cat in there. I think I'm going to caught you by surprise with that.
Wow.
I thought you had him in your...
I got to look at my list again,
You're
man.
26 through 30.
Wow, no, did I?
Yeah, I think so.
I had Cat in there?
I mentioned it to you. I was like, what about Cat? And you're like, no, not there yet.
Yeah, his game doesn't translate to winning.
No, it
He
doesn't.
doesn't care.
Bam Adebayo's does. So I think we can agree those are the top 4 centers in the league at least, right? I think Bam is better than Gobert. I think Cat's better than Gobert. Gives you more on offense, both of them. And Bam what?
Cat's better than Gobert?
On offense.
What about defense?
Defense.
Cat doesn't play defense at all.
But I feel like Karl Anthony Towns is so much better at offense that it kind of makes up the deficit.
Okay, kind of like the Steph Curry effect, huh?
Yeah.
He's so good on offense and defense, it doesn't matter.
Right. But then once you get to the maybe 6th through 10th, 15th best center, all of them are kind of interchangeable, I feel like. You can the centers are only as good as the guy giving them the ball in some situations.
Okay.
Like a Capella, Steven Adams.
Okay.
Kind of as good as their point guard. If you get them the ball in good spots, they
Lobs.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm not opposed to that.
That's why I don't think that you can win with a center that's just good at blocking shots and rebounding.
Okay.
If you're going to get a center, it needs to be a dominant center to pair with a guard that's kind of, sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not.
Okay.
So I don't think this duo will ever win.
No.
Especially while they're young. So
well, one of them got to go now anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 of them can't stay together. They're not, maybe
Somebody got to go.
Switch it up and Embiid and Simmons for Donovan Mitchell, something like that. Swap those 2 duos, or a player of those 2 duos.
Man.
Donovan Mitchell and Embiid would be good, but you need to stretch.
Gobert and Ben Simmons would be good?
No, you need a stretch guy.
See?
Stretch 5. So I think we've covered basically everything, except we need to get to our predictions for the day.
All right.
24 and 20, 24 and 20.
Yeah.
So first, what are we going to do? What is loser going to do? Let's put it out there right now. We can't change our minds.
I don't know, man.
Are we talking water bucket again? Are we talking hot sauce? Give me some ideas here.
Ooh, hot sauce is good.
Hot sauce, all right.
Hot sauce is different.
A spoon of hot sauce.
Spoon of hot sauce.
Spoonful of hot sauce on the show.
On the show.
So, 24 and 20, 24 and 20. So, we got 1 o'clock game. Clippers versus Blazers, no Kawhi Leonard.
Blazers going to play harder because they need it.
I'll take the Blazers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jazz.
the gamesmanship, trying to get the Blazers into the 8 seed. Take a couple games off those Lakers.
Okay, so next game is Jazz versus Nuggets.
Give me the Nuggets.
This is a tough one.
Come on, we just talked so bad about the Jazz. How are you going to turn around and
Yeah,
say
but the Nuggets don't need the game.
They're only a game and a half ahead of the Rockets, game and a half behind the Clippers. They have room to move.
Ugh.
Jazz might be well rested though. Joe Ingles was the only starter playing in the last game, and he didn't play second half.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Is everyone playing?
When I checked, there was no injury report.
Is Jamal Murray playing?
I don't think so.
Sheesh. Give me Jazz.
Jazz, all right. Lakers versus Pacers. I'll take Lakers. Full squad Lakers.
I'm taking the Lakers.
Suns versus Heat. This is a tough one to pick.
Taking the Suns.
I'll take the Heat.
All right.
I think it ends with Jimmy Butler. He's going to take it personally.
Okay.
Final game, Bucks versus Mavericks.
Taking the Mavs.
Give me the Mavs as well. So we both agreed on Blazers, Jazz, Nuggets. We disagreed on.
And
Suns Heat we disagreed on. So
we'll see.
I have the opportunity to either go down big or take a big lead here.
We see.
So hopefully we'll be back in about a week to cover some more basketball, and at that point maybe get them some playoff predictions a little bit about the next 4 games.
Oh yeah.
Maybe come in with our all bubble first team. And soon the awards will be getting ready to go out as well. So we'll have to go to. We're gonna have a busy schedule coming up for the debate mates. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know, comment about any things you might disagree on, agree on, what we should do next time, and if hot sauce is enough for stretch, because you know it's gonna be stretch.
Then you get.
I got water bucket.
Yeah, you got dump, right? Yeah.
But that was only because we got over 100 views. I was just sacrificing myself.
Hey, look, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Yep, we should have said that at the beginning of the video. But it's okay.
It's all good, baby.
If I'm
looking at it.
Tell me if I'm a Blazers fan, please, in the comments. I need to know. Identity crisis is going on right now.
Help Matt find a team.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, Celtics. I want to be a Hawks fan because they got the Maryland guys, but you know Trae Young is my least favorite player in the league. So I've sworn
That's a gift you a curse right there. All those Maryland guys, you got Trae Young.
I know. Like, why would
they
they
got
do
Maryland
that?
colors too.
Yeah, and now they got the new jerseys, which I liked at first, and now I'm looking at them more, and they're not as good. So that'll do it for today's episode of the Debate Base. I hope you guys enjoyed.
The great one, Matty Swanberg.
Yes, I wouldn't say the great one Stretch, but he got destroyed by like a 15-year-old in a game of 1v1 before we recorded.
First of all, the kid was hot. He shot for 3 hours straight.
Even though Stretch is like a foot taller.
I mean, he had good moves. I've been training for a while. He got good moves.
Oh, so it's like your win.
Yeah, I mean, he wins, I win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The win-win situation.
Win-win situation.
And it's a win-win situation if you like, share, and watch, because you get the watch to see the great content.
Absolutely.
And you get a friend to see the great content as well.
Absolutely.
So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time on the Debate Makes.